Welcome back, it's Nine, and today I got another big video for you guys. We are going to be going over an Elden Ring update coming from a very reliable source. We're going to talk about a Kena Bridge of Spirits update. We're discussing PlayStation's Japan Studio, and lastly, we're going to be going over how PlayStation Plus is just an incredible value for the cost of the subscription a year, with some new PS Plus games that are being offered, plus the last few months that have just been incredible. Now, before we get into that, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. Now, let's get into the main event, which is the Elden Ring update. This comes from DualShockers.com, and it's titled Elden Ring News Reportedly Coming Out in March. Will we get a release date soon? Question mark. So a recent rumor suggests that more info about the game will be coming out in March. This comes from prominent game journalist Jeff Grubb, who has been quite accurate with his leaks so far. In the latest edition of his Games Beat Decides podcast, he mentions that his source confirms that Elden Ring info will be out by end of March. He goes on to state that while he is pretty confident about this, it might slip into April. However, he further reassures that fans won't have to wait a lot for it. His friend Mike further corroborates this info by stating that he also thinks more information will be out pretty soon. However, considering it's the games industry, anything might happen. That being said, he claims that there is absolutely no way we get past E3 without seeing this Elden Ring. And this is very, very interesting to hear because this is crazy. To me, we've been waiting a long time for this. Of course, we've heard so many rumors come out about when this game's going to be announced and when we're going to see it. But when you hear it from somebody like Jeff Grubb, I feel like it adds a lot of credibility to the possibility of that happening. Now, obviously, this is still a rumor. I'm not saying that this is fact that this is going to happen, but hearing it from him gives me way more faith that this is a possibility than hearing it from somebody on Reset Era or 4chan or Reddit for that matter. And so it makes me think that this could be very promising. So the biggest thing they say is that, we could get some info out by the end of March. And worst case scenario, maybe into April. As we know, February is almost over. So we're getting really close to when this info could be out. And it is due soon. We really need to see something about this game. I'm just curious in what capacity they're going to show this off. We really don't have any events coming up as far as I know. So are they going to do their own thing and show it off, or are they going to just drop a trailer? Is it going to be an exclusive with one of the companies where they're going to give this info out? Are we going to get it in an Xbox post? Are we going to get it in a PlayStation blog post? Are we going to get it through whatever means it may be? Maybe a journalist site? We don't know, right? It could be happening in any way like that. Regardless, we know that there's a huge craving for this game, and any information would do really well. They really could just put it out on their own. And I think in a lot of cases that might be common sense, but again, coming from these guys, it just seems like the sources have credibility, good track records, and I don't believe that they would just want to, soil their reputation for knowing information by having a small moment of, popularity or excitement around them. But that's what they pretty much said, and that's the news for Elden Ring. So I know this is going to be the biggest topic in this video, and I hope you guys are getting more excited about this. I know that we've all been waiting a long time, but I have a lot of faith in this, to be honest. I really do. But on to our next topic, and we're talking about Kena Bridge of Spirits, and this is priced at $40. Incredible value. This comes from WCCF Tech, is where I sourced it. And basically, pre-orders have finally opened on PlayStation Store and Epic Game Store, revealing that Kena Bridge of Spirits will have a budget price of $40 and a $50 price tag for the Digital Deluxe Edition. And they come with a bunch of stuff. So the Digital Deluxe comes with a digital soundtrack, a unique silver staff for Kena, and golden rot skin. All pre-orders will come with a set of celebration hats, and according to Ember Labs, hats are a great way to track and locate individual rot throughout the environments, while dozens of hats can be found in Kena Bridge of Spirits. These are only available through pre-orders, and so they gave some details about the story, and they say that Kena, a young spirit guide, travels to an abandoned village in search of the sacred mountain shrine. She struggles to uncover the secrets of this forgotten community hidden in an overgrown forest where wandering spirits are trapped. And then they talk about rot and finding rot, and they describe it as timid and elusive elusive spirits scattered throughout the forest. They maintain balance by decomposing dead and rotting elements. So I'm excited about this game. Can't wait to see more about it. Definitely going to purchase this game. I recommend that if you are interested in games like Zelda, for example, that maybe you'd like this kind of game, or platformers, or whatever it may be. This looks exciting. I think it's going to be a great title. I'll definitely play it and let you guys know what I think. Now on to our next topic, and this comes from VGC, and it's titled PlayStation is winding down Sony Japan Studio. There's a lot around this, right? So there was a recent update given to them. Basically what they're saying is that Japan Studio is no more, and it's going to be absorbed by Asobi, which is the studio that made Astro Bot. So the update that Sony gave was Sony Interactive Entertainment has sent VGC a statement confirming that what remains of Japan Studio will be absorbed into Team Asobi as per our report. It also stated that external development and other divisions will be relocated within the PlayStation business on April 1st. A spokesperson said. The exact quote goes, "In an effort to further strengthen business operations, SIE can confirm PlayStation Studios Japan Studio will be reorganized into a new organization on April 1st. Japan Studio will be recentered to Team Asobi, the creative team behind Astro's Playroom, allowing the team to focus on a single vision and build on the popularity of Astro's Playroom. In addition, the roles of external production, software localization, and IP management of Japan Studio titles will be concentrated within the global functions of PlayStation Studios." Long story short, this is going to be a new studio that they're kind of just bringing all together, the Team Asobi, and I imagine they're going to be doing a lot with Astro's Playroom. It seems as though that game that they released for the PS5 was very popular. I personally really enjoyed it. I think they have a lot of potential with that title, and I think it could do a lot with it. It could be a very, very big franchise for PlayStation, as it can appeal to adults and to the younger audience that typically play Nintendo games, for example. So it makes sense in that regard. Kind of sucks that Japan Studio is not going to be around as it is, and they did have a lot of layoffs and stuff like that. So I think that we're probably not going to see any of those IP make a return anytime soon, as they are probably just going to do Astro's Playroom stuff for the foreseeable future, unless, something goes wrong with one of their titles and it doesn't do well. Now on to our last topic, and this comes from Gematsu.com. It's just where I sourced it. This technically was announced by their Twitter page in a PlayStation blog post, and it's titled PlayStation Plus Free Games from March 2021 announced. So there's a lot here, and it's not so much that I want to talk about the games. I want to talk about the value that they're bringing, because it seems as though they've had month after month after month of just incredible value for PlayStation Plus. These games are not even that old. Like, for example, Final Fantasy VII Remake is about, a year old now, and it's one of the games on there. And, of course, it's a great game, reviewed really well. It's fun. It's free, number one. I mean, free with a subscription, of course. But regardless, you're getting a hell of a value here. And I think that people are really going to enjoy at least Final Fantasy VII Remake. And it's really nice to see that they continue to offer really great values to us, but they're not charging us more, right? Because we know what happened with Xbox, and this is not going to be an Xbox bashing segment at all. They retracted what they said, good and well, whatever. But I have to say, I got to give a lot of praise to the way the PlayStation Plus has been going with their game lineup and how much value they bring to us, and still giving us that same price point year after year. I know they did have I'm pretty sure they had one increase since the PS3 to PS4, and honestly, it's really worth it in the end. Between the sales that you get, between the free games that you get, it's all really a good value. I'm really happy with the PlayStation Plus subscription, so I'm curious to see where this goes. I know they talked about possibly putting out something to compete with Game Pass. I'm curious what that could be. We know that it's not going to be comparable in the sense of first-party titles being day and date, which for them it makes sense. And so we are going to see what happens there. But that's all I have for you guys in this video. I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think about this Elden Ring rumor that's coming out from Jeff Grubb? Do you think this could be true? Could we be seeing something by end of March, at worst April, at worse than that, E3? What do you think of Kenna Bridge of Spirits? Are you going to be buying this game? Digital Deluxe, Standard Edition? Let me know. How do you feel about Japan Studio basically joining Team Asobi? And lastly, what do you think of the last few months of PlayStation Plus games? Are you very happy with them? As always, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, hit the like button, it helps the channel a ton. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch, links will be in the description, and share this video with a friend. I will talk to you all on the next one. Take care.